Hey everyone, welcome to the Delivery Driver Pit Stop. My name is Michael. I'm your healthy host, getting healthier every day. I hope everybody's having a great Friday start to the weekend. Took a little break because I was posting videos every day, and it just seemed like I was posting videos just to post videos, and a lot of people weren't interested. So I decided to cut it back a bit, and hopefully people are interested now. Well, could be not. Anyway, some big news from the state of New York in regards to Grubhub, Postmates, UberEats, and DoorDash. State liquor authorities threatens delivery services over hefty fees. So, let me read a little of this story to you. I'll be linking the story in the description below. But let me read just a bit of this to you because this could be bad news for us delivery drivers. Grubhub might have to swallow hard when it reads the new set of rules. The New York State Liquor Authority, a powerful agency that regulates restaurants serving alcohol statewide, is developing new rules that will significantly curb the stiff fees that can now be charged by food ordering companies such as Grubhub, UberEats, DoorDash, and Postmates. The SLA's new rules could slash the fee income of Grubhub, which also owns Seamless, to 10% of a takeout order from its current 15 to 30%, according to sources close to the situation. So how Grubhub, DoorDash, Postmates, how they make their money is they take a slice of the restaurant's pie, basically, when you order. So when you order food, the total cost, Grubhub and will take a slice of it. And currently, Grubhub is the king, which is not a good term in this sense. They take anywhere from 15 to 30% of the bill or of the cost, or the whatever you want to call it, when you order, which is a huge amount. I mean, up to 30% the restaurants have to pay Grubhub. That's a bit out of control. So the SLA of New York, this state licensing alcohol board, is going to submit regulation, new rules to say that these companies can't take more than 10% from restaurants when people order through their app. That's a good thing for restaurants because a lot of restaurants have been canceling and going with their own in-house delivery because the fees that Grubhub and all the rest of these companies are charging are outrageous, which means very little profit margin for these restaurants. And how restaurants have to make up for it is they have to bump up their prices on the menu, which, is not good. So basically, Grubhub and DoorDash and Uber Eats are making us indirectly pay more money to all these restaurants, even if you want to dine in, because they have to cover the cost of these apps that they run. Let's see here. Alternatively, the liquor agency could force Grubhub and others to be listed on thousands of liquor licenses, creating a potential trove of legal liabilities and bureaucratic castles for these companies, according to the sources familiar with the situation. We have guidance for third-party providers drafted that will be presented to the SLA board for their consideration in the coming weeks. William Crowley, a spokesman for the agency, confirmed in a statement to the New York Post. At issue is the agency's existing rules stating that anyone who profits from a liquor license must be listed on that license, regardless of whether alcohol is part of the sale or not. My question is this Big Brother stepping in and regulating where they should not be regulating? I understand that these companies, and the mom and pop companies, they want to, pay less, but that is market driven. So if let's say Grubhub is charging 30% and Uber Eats is only charging 15%, all these companies that use these apps will go to, the lesser a company charges, that will force Grubhub to bring down their prices. I think that's how the market should be driven when it comes to the prices that Grubhub charges. Not having the government regulate another industry that they should not be regulating when it comes to at least this. Of course, unless Grubhub and DoorDash and Postmates go, 35, 40, 50%, food of the order. But if it gets that high, none of these restaurants will use Grubhub or DoorDash or Postmates to have their food delivered. It's basically, it is, market driven, and it needs to stay that way, market driven. People will go where they get the best deal. And if Grubhub is not offering the best deal, not only the restaurants, but customers will go to other services. So I personally do not like another regulation being slapped, on top of all, this bureaucratic nightmare that we're going to have if this happens. I do not think it's a good thing, me personally. Do I think Grubhub charges way too much, 15 to 30%? Yes. But you got to look at it this way. If this regulation goes into effect, this is only for New York though right now. If this regulation goes into effect for New York, what will happen? If Grubhub starts earning less money and DoorDash starts earning less money, where's that? Again, I'm going to say shit rolls downhill. We're at the bottom of the hill. We're looking up. They're going to pass that loss of revenue onto us. How? By paying us less. It's that simple. More regulations mean less money for us, because less money for DoorDash, less money for Grubhub. And, in the end, they are a business, and they have to make profit for their shareholders, or they're not going to be a business very long. And if you're taking, going from 30% down to 10%, that is like a 66%, cut in profit. That's huge for these apps. And where does that money where are they going to save that money at? They're going to save it on the backs of us drivers. I do not like this whatsoever. It is I can understand why it's being done, but this is big government yet again sticking their nose where it doesn't need to be, and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt the driver. All these regulations that people are wanting to put in are short-sighted. They don't look into long term of how it's going to hurt people down the road, and how these companies make money directly affects how we make money. It's that simple. Anyway, I'm going to link this story in the description below. My comment question of today is, what do you guys think of these new regulations that the state liquor authority in New York wants to institute to try to rein in these food delivery apps? Again, I don't like it. I'm curious what you guys think of it, and if you guys think it's a good thing, and tell me why if you think it's a good thing. Again, when these companies are getting, less money from the restaurants, that means they have to pass on that, they have to give us less money. It's that simple. A Grubhub and DoorDash, you think they're going to continue to pay us what they pay us if they get a 66% cut in what they're getting from the restaurants? Of course not. They're not going to pay us that. We're going to be the ones taking it in the shorts. Oof. Government needs to, there's a time and place for everything for government and government regulations, but government needs to get their big fat nose out of this particular, not industry, because the industry does need oversight, but this particular issue, because again, it's market driven, and if Grubhub's charging way too much, these restaurants will go elsewhere. It's that simple, market driven. And then, if Grubhub loses enough business by charging restaurants 30%, they're going to go, maybe we should charge less. And that will bring the customers back. And it'll bring the restaurants back. As always, I thank you for tuning in. Please follow me on social media. The links are in the description below. I also have a link for this snazzy shirt in the description below from Redbubble. If you like to, if you enjoy my channel, if you want to support the channel, please buy a shirt. I get about 79 cents per shirt, so I'm not making a killing. As always, I thank you for joining me for this, 10-minute and 30-second pit stop. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll see you next time on the Delivery Driver Pit Stop. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.